Hi, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to break down a transition that you can find in a rocket class. During the Mula Bandha checks, where we actually working with Mula Bandha, those are the root locks of the body, we're working with this transition that is made of your elephant trunk, figure 8 or Astavakrasana, Koundinyasana, and if you want to make it a little bit more spicy, you can adapt also a chin stand. It's a quite intense transition where people tend to rush a little bit and get quite frustrated at the beginning because it's hard to understand the mechanics and it's hard to move from one pose to the next. So I strongly advise you to start with the practice with 2 blocks. Those are going to give you extra height to be able to transition a little bit more easily and get a little bit less frustrated. And when you're ready, you just get rid of the blocks and you carry on with your practice. Just remember, blocks are your friends. They're not making you look bad in class, but they're actually supporting you with the right alignment and in the poses just to progress in your practice. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you never heard of these poses, I'm just gonna quickly show you the transition. So I'm gonna get the 2 blocks and I'm gonna do it this way and I'm gonna do it also the other way so you can see what happens in the body from different points of view. So we're gonna start seated, and when you start, always set up your blocks where you need them for when you need them. So I usually frame the right leg to start with, and there are some movements that can help you before the transition just to loosen up the body. Remember, this is a transition that you're gonna do towards the end of the class, so your body is already open and flexible and ready to get into these poses. So I usually start cradling. So I cradle and bring the leg inside the crease of the both elbows. And when I cradle, I push the leg out to start loosening up the hip. Okay, lengthening the back. And then from here, this is a little cheat because the transition can start without the leg on the arm, but it's a little bit easier at the beginning, so it's allowed. So I would put the leg on top of the arm, and here again, don't get frustrated if your leg don't go high up because the transition can be done with the leg down. Having said that, if the leg is higher up, it's a little bit easier to lift the hips, okay? So you have to be quite quick in this move because there is an engagement of the core, but the leg has the tendency to flip down, okay? So once you get the leg there and you let go of the foot, place your hands on the blocks quite quick so you can transition. So what we do, hands on blocks, the energy is forward, okay? So look at my leg, is still engaged, but it's not moving. Core active, hands on blocks. We lean forward, my chest is bended forward. Lean forward, push into your hands, separate the shoulder blades and lift the hips back and up. So lean forward, push and lift. Separate the shoulder blades, okay? Maybe you stay here and you just breathe and it's absolutely fine. Or maybe you lift the right leg up, okay? This is the first one and it's called the elephant trunk, okay? From here, we interlace the feet and you bring in the legs to the left, squeezing the arm in between the legs. Look at my elbows, they're bending at the same time, gazing forward, okay? People tend to gaze to the side and the right shoulder collapses and we stay here, okay? From here, we release the bind, We still need to push on the hands and thread the leg through, leaning forward, bending the elbows. This is your Koundinyasana. Okay, the last one, if you want to transition, I'm not gonna talk anymore, is a chin stand. And back. The leg comes back on top of the arm, push on the hands, the knee comes to the chest, lift, 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 and sit again. So when I got into the chin stand, blocks are really good for it because your shoulders are gonna land there. So you're not gonna feel you're going too low with the chest, because sometimes the back is not that open yet, and having the neck completely lengthened could have an impact on your back and neck, on the posterior chain. So this is a good start. It looks a lot, okay? What I usually teach my students is start with at least one breath per move before moving on to the next pose, okay? Because they just rush too much because they want to get it done, but they don't understand the mechanics, and the bum, it's heavy and it brings them down, or they don't engage the core, they fall forward in Koundinyasana on the shoulders and on the chin. So take your time, teach your body how it feels to stay there for a couple of breaths. And if at any point you cannot move to the next pose, stay where you are, okay? So staying here is absolutely fine. Work with this. Work with lifting the leg. Work and breathe, okay? I'm gonna show you to the other side so you can see as well. And then from here, leg up, hands on blocks, lean forward, push and lift your elephant truck. Astavakrasana, interlace the feet, bring the legs to the side. And then from here, Koundinyasana, leg through, lean forward, bend the elbows, chin stand down, and back. And sit. Okay? So it could feel quite intense on the wrists as well. So you can release the tension a little bit, massaging them afterwards. They will get used to it, so don't worry. And of course, if you don't need the blocks and you want to transition without them, there is less space, yes, but still doable, okay? So I'm gonna quickly demo this, and I'm tiny, so I need to lift, yeah? Leg through and forward and down. So a lot of, again, core activation and awareness in the movement. So give yourself time, give it a go, understand the mechanics, and let me know how it goes. And I'll see you into the next video. Ciao.